Hi, I'm Janet Salem and I'm from FootprintLab. We provide academic data about the hidden impacts of everything everywhere. Australia's circular economy framework uses a variety of metrics to measure our circularity, test scenarios, and set policy goals. Now, that's great at the national level, but what about your sector, your business, or your investment portfolio? How do you know where you stand? Well, good news, it's possible to know that today. At Footprint Lab, we already provide carbon footprint data about every sector in every country. But did you know that we also have hundreds of material use metrics for every sector in every country? Let's see an example. Imagine if you had to source all the materials needed for the entire supply chain behind the goods and services produced in our economy. That's the material footprint. As an individual, how much would you need to extract from that one person agriculture, forestry, fisheries, and mining in your backyard? If you're in Australia, it's over 260 kilograms per person per day, and that's represented here by 300 very large potatoes. We supply this data in the formats that fit the same workflow that businesses already have for carbon accounting, whether they are banks, carbon calculators, or asset managers. This means that if you're already familiar with carbon accounting, you can also extend that to include the circular economy metrics, measuring and managing the amount of materials that are extracted in the environment behind each of those expenditures or investments or loans. In this example, we can see that for one transaction or investment, you just need to extract data from your banking, accounting, or ERP software to find out the sector, the country, the year, and then we can provide you the multipliers you need for both carbon footprint and material footprint, and then you just multiply that by the amount of the transaction to get the result. And that saves your company from hiring or spending a lot of money on expensive consultants to do the job for you. But behind that total material footprint number, we also have hundreds and hundreds of disaggregations. And integrating this kind of data into your business data is also great for anticipating supply chain risks that are typical of a very linear economy. So you can look into the specifics and find out how exposed you are to, for instance, shortfalls in nickel or other critical metals, how much of your material footprint is actually non-renewable, or even looking at sectoral expenditures on non-raw materials like plastics, say if there is a levy on plastics products in the future. If you'd like to learn more about data that you can use, just get in contact. We'd love to hear from you.